So I got to see a tournament that they had in town this weekend, all categories. And one thing that I'm noticing, and that's one thing that I see a lot in the leagues as well, pretty much at all levels, is that sometimes when the approach, when you're coming forward in the approach, when you get that short ball and you're coming towards the net, I see people that rush and try to, they don't put as much emphasis on making the good approach, but they try to keep the momentum moving forward. And what happens is that it turns out that the approach is not that good, and they keep moving forward with the momentum and they get to the net pretty quickly, but by the time they get there, the other guy's in a good position to go either for the lob or to pass him. Why? Because many of you and many of us are focusing on rushing forward, on rushing towards the net, not really thinking what we can do with the approach. We have to understand that the approach, when you get that short ball, you have to make it your priority, not the volley. I have the feeling that a lot of people are thinking already, okay, short ball, I'm gonna hit it, but they're already thinking on the volley. They're already thinking on the next shot. They're already thinking in the future. When that happens, many times your approach is not gonna be that good. So what you wanna do instead of that, you get that short ball and you want to really, don't even think about the volley, guys. Just think, completely focus on the approach. And you have to make the approach, the important shot, thinking that if you happen to volley, the volley, they're either gonna give it to you, or many times if your approach is good, they're gonna miss that ball. They're gonna miss that shot, guys. Okay, trying to pass you, or if they try to go high for an overhead, they're gonna give it to you. So when you get that short ball, instead of rushing to the net, instead of trying to keep in the momentum, think, I have to make a good approach. I wanna go. Don't worry so much about pace. Think about depth. Think about placement. The approach has to be the important shot. The approach has to be the shot that you say, okay, if you make your approach good, more than 90% of the times, you're gonna win the point. So you, out of the approach and the volley, think, okay, I'm just gonna focus on that, on the approach first, and I'm gonna make a good approach. If you make a good approach, guys, believe me, most of the times you're not even gonna have to volley, or they probably, or if they do, they're gonna give it to you, or they're gonna miss it. So emphasize, pay more attention on the approach. Focus more on saying, okay, you don't have to go for so much power on the approach. You have to think more about depth. You think about placement. Think about variety. Move the ball around. But the important thing is depth, guys. The volley, and when you're coming forward for that approach, depth. A lot of people also think that short ball, if it's an easy shot, I should be hitting it hard. When the truth is, many times, if you slice it, it's gonna be better. You just think about it. Even if that guy is coming towards you, to the net with a slice, it's a shot that is gonna give you time to react and time to get in position. But if you have a good slice and you can keep that ball low, you know that if the other guy has a good slice, you're gonna have a hell of a time to pass him or pass her. Even if you see that ball coming perfectly and you have all the time in the world, that low ball is very difficult to handle. If you go fast and you don't make a really good, your placement is not that good, the other guy might have a chance to get to that shot. That ball is bouncing, around the sweet spot in the core of the body, and even if your shot is coming fast, he can use your pace to pass, to hit a passing shot. Besides the fact that you're cutting in half the time that you're gonna have moving forward and reacting to the shot. So the idea is, in the approach, you don't have to go you don't have to go fast, and you don't have to rush when you're moving forward. Okay, if you're coming in, You want to keep moving forward, but don't rush. Don't go desperate trying to get close to the net. Instead of doing that, you want to make that shot thinking, I have to go deep. That is the first thing. First thing is depth, guys. The second one is placement, and the third one will be pace. But like I say, don't worry about the pace. Even if you go down the middle and approach, you're closing the angles. So the other guy is going to have a hell of a time trying to pass you. Okay? So the next time that you have a short ball and you're moving forward, think about depth. Think about, I have to make this shot. This is the winning shot in the point. If I make a good shot, most of the times it's just going deep, you're gonna win that point. You're gonna be able to put that ball away. Okay? So remember, don't rush. Think more about depth. Think more after that, think more about placement. Okay? Alright guys, if you have any questions, let me know. I hope it helps, and I'll see you next time.